Morning, heading to the toy box. We're going to take a little bit of a break from car detailing. You'll see why when I get there. I'll just tell you, we just don't have the room. So anyway, heading there now. We're going to do some Halloween stuff, but I thought while I was en route, I don't know if you guys are, I'm sure some of you have seen these videos on the iX and the, I guess the modes that it has built into it, you know, such as like sport and stuff. I'll show you. But also with each one of these different modes, it gives you a different experience in the car. So, you know, you have this personal, which would be like comfort, then you have sport, efficient, which would be like I want the longest range and expressive. But I want you guys to hear the audible feedback I get from changing from, I guess you can call it comfort, to all these other ones. And it is 100% determined by the, I guess, the accelerator, or I take that back, also the regen too. So here, I'll accelerate here. You'll hear a little electronic kind of futuristic sound. And then watch, I'll put it in sport mode. Things kind of tighten up. Steering gets a little tighter. Suspension gets tighter. I think the accelerator pedal gets a little more sensitive, but also listen to the sound. Is that cool? Watch how the other ones have different sounds too. Some of them are, oh, my seatbelt's locked. Pretty interesting. Efficient. I think this is probably the most quiet. I think it's just got real quiet. Oh yeah, the pedals, I mean, it's still very fast, but it's not nearly as responsive. And then expressive, I thought was, you hear it right away. It reminds me of like a Insidious movie where the main horror character is about to expose himself. Isn't that wild? Let me slow down here a little bit. And then it's also regenerative. I don't know if this visual will show the regenerative. I'll just tap the brake. See that? And then like I get on it again. It's almost like the THX. You guys remember that? The THX sound that would come with that? Alright, let's do one more. This one's kind of funny too, because there is only one more. I don't know what digital art does. Let's do that one first. That's like the regular one. But relax is pretty funny. See? Relax driving in a pleasant atmosphere. You guys hear that? I don't know if the mic's picking it up. I'll get louder here. So, as you're going like 100 miles an hour, well, here, let's just do it. Alright, that'll be like going that high. But as you're just sitting there cruising, it just gives you like church bells or like a choir singing in the background. It is relaxing. It says relaxing atmosphere. I'm gonna give it that. It is. It is. It's nice. It's pleasant. Okay, I just wanted to show that real quick. Heading to the toy box. I'll show you something cool. Before we do that, I got this bastard in sport mode. The whole thing's shaking. See what we got? Oh my god. Jesus. What's up, ladies? Ladies, there's an open spot. So I'm gonna go there. It's not looking as bad as it was. Potted a whole bunch of cleanup today, but look at all this crap. He's going crazy. All this Halloween crap that we gotta add to the display this year. Got these from, is this Distortions?
Those guys came from
Scare Factory, that's it. It's like this Hydra. This guy's extra, but he's getting in this pumpkin theme. I'll show you that one way over there here in a second, but he's getting in pumpkins this year. So Scare Factory produces these guys. And I just said it's kind of like a Hydra, so they all work together as one unit. I should say just this one, that one, and this guy back here. He's extra. He just stands up, I think. And these guys just stand up and do their thing. We gotta make platforms for all this crap. This guy flies around. He was on a boom, oh, right there actually, and flies out like 15 feet or something like that. Look at this big ass bastard. He's on a platform, but we gotta figure out how to transport him. We're thinking just pivoting him at the base and laying him back like 45 degrees just so he can get under that. That's probably like 15, 16 feet. Oh, then there's this guy, which I think I've shown before. I think he's from Distortions. Look at that. He got damaged during transportation. We have these poison props that we bought a couple years back. We're going to do something with this year. Try to make a torture scene. Here's that giant boom for this dude who flies around. Oh, here's the rest of the boom actually. This attaches to that. You got these like vultures that just, they're not static, they have airlines, but they move around a little bit. Then we got this little golem dude who I think just kind of rocks on top of something. This dude pops out. And we reworked Frankenstein, so now he's on one platform, but we gotta get him fixed. There's a retrofit we can do to replace this piston. See how it's bent right there a little bit? I guess there's a shorter one they can use that does the same job. We got this dude here last week. We're gonna actually tear down one of the existing platforms and redo it, and this guy ends up doing a little gassy. So he leans to one side and expresses himself. And then we got this guy, which is a little bit smaller than I thought. He's on the platform, but I mean, he's almost my height here. So he's a little guy, but he's all pissed off. These are real chains. And he just pulls them back as they hold him down. So Pa's been coming here early ass in the morning and working on stuff like this. He did this one basically all by himself. This dude, I think I showed a video before, but he stands up like 10 feet or something like that. Then we have all these other props that rock a little bit. This guy moves back and forth. That one back there is static. This lights up. This is a little Halloween prop. We're gonna beautify a little bit. We got his foot secured down, but we're gonna add, you know, like probably a pile of leaves at the base of this guy, and maybe some leaves between his feet. Well, you know, we'll make it look nice. If you guys watched last year, we beautified the, what was it? It was like the zombie one. He used a whole bunch of netting and stuff like that. We're gonna do something similar to all these props that we're gonna do this year. I don't know what we're gonna get done. It's what is it, July 16th now? Started on this a couple months ago, but we're quickly running out of time. And we have a bunch of these guys to do. This guy exposes himself. So for now, we're just gonna get this area ready. We went to Home Depot the other day, picked up a couple $1,000 worth of wood, and we are just gonna be making platforms and kind of getting things sort of figured out today, I think. And there's a whole bunch more stuff coming because he's going nuts. But there's a bunch of stuff in the mini box that I'll show you too. We're gonna break down similar to these. These were on their own individual platforms before. You guys probably remember this guy, as well as Double Trouble. You know, they were on platforms, but we're trying to make things a little more. We're trying to make things better. We like this 6x10 platform. 6x12 is really big. It's a lot of work to move around, but also it's because it's really heavy. But also we want to make things so they're equal. I mean, so we've been getting trailers like crazy too. I don't know. I was just going crazy. We got like 4 trailers. But anyway, so moving the stuff at a 10-foot platform versus 12. For example, we can get 2 of them on this big 24-foot compared to one 12-footer. So we're going to do a lot of revamping. But I'm excited to see how this is going to go. I think we're going to end up having to do 3 smaller platforms, because I think this is about 6 foot. So this is going to be too wide, you know, from there to the end of this frame. This pumpkin, the frame is like right about here. The pumpkin sits out, so we don't want that to be over the edge of any platforms, just for safety. I think one of these guys actually got damaged in shipping too. Yeah, it was this guy. Gotta figure out how to fix that. All right, I'll set up a time lapse. I'll make some platforms. It's all our extra stuff, extra wood. We got these here cut and split down a little bit. Got all this stuff cut. That's all extra wood. We got gym in house. And we got these 10-footers cut. Plus we made a pretty sweet bonfire out there. Cutting all the scraps. We making stars. We cooking stars. So we're gonna make the platform like we made these 6x10s using these that we cut down. Are these extra? No, these are the good ones.
I just grabbed the robot.
Where's the ones we cut down? Are they these?
The ones you cut down are right here, bro.
And what else? These are the 3-footers. We need 6-footers too. Oh, they're underneath.
On top of the...
Yeah. Okay, here's the other ones. So we took the 4x8s, cut them down to 6x4s and 6x3s. And that's all extra shit. So now we're gonna take the 10-footers and these that we cut down, these, what are these, 5'9" or something like that, and make our structure for the platforms. The framework, that's the word I'm looking for. Got the framework complete. This is what it looks like on the underside of these platforms. You can't see right here, but you can see this little 9-inch piece right there. So it's a square, obviously underneath these top pieces of plywood. And then to crank this up on the trailer, if need be, we're adding this little eyelet that's bolted in there. Nice and strong. And then we're gonna nail this little piece down on each one of these, I guess you call them like joists or frame pieces. You gonna cut that down a little bit, or is it good like that?
It's fine like that.
All right. And all that's gonna do is just create a little bit of strength to it, 'cause it's a lot easier to warp these boards, you know, like this. But not when there's a piece of plywood that's like holding it. That makes sense. So then once we get this on there, we'll put the casters on. No, we're not. We'll flip it over, and then we'll get like this plywood on the top. We're trying to build 5 of these today. We're getting ready to put the casters on. This wood just sucks from Home Depot. Look at that, it's all warped and shit, and some of it's shifted. They like hammer it down. Nasty. But look at this card that we put together. Everything's all labeled, so we know what gets used for what. Carriage bolts. And on this side we got some of the smaller stuff. Airline plugs. So now we can keep this mobile. Before we had everything up on in those bins, but now we can take this cart to us. Nice. Okay, one complete. That took us, oh my god. I mean, we cut a lot of wood. That took a lot of time, but maybe an hour to start and finish that after cutting all the wood. So not too bad. Most of the stuff corrected itself. We had this lifting going on this seam. Now you can see it's all nice and flat. These got all sucked in as best as they could. You can see this, see I'm screwed in pretty tight. The wood's starting to bow just slightly where the casters are, which is okay. It's all right, but that's one. So don't know if I'll do the time lapse for the other. I don't know when we're gonna get done today. I'm trying to just hoping to get 5 done, but we'll try it. I don't know if I'll do the time lapse though. I'll show you guys once we're done. Then I mentioned earlier we're gonna do a little retrofit on the Frankenstein prop, so he's all set up on the. What the hell? Never noticed this. What you got going on back there? Oh, he's all wrapped up, ready for transport sometime the next couple weeks. All right, on the platform number 2. Oh, you guys are moving the paint. Sick. It's 12:30.
Yeah.
Got the grill going. Some wingdings, some weenies, some garlic bread. We got Bruiseroo in the house. Yeah, Bruce. Working on platform number 2. My back hurts. I just put him on there just to get that one trailer out of there. We're disassembling this guy. All the ones, majority of the ones with these big ass boxes on the back, that's what we're gonna revamp down into different scenes like this. So we can make those boxes a lot smaller.
Bring your bench in here for you?
Check this out. We got the garlic toast, we got the wingdings, and we got the weenies.
About a feast.
Sweating, almost 2 o'clock. There's the one we got done. Just finishing up the second one. These things always take longer than I anticipate, but we're just getting the final casters on this side, then we'll drop it and throw her over here with the others. Travis and Stuart here are breaking down even more of the props. So this guy that needs to be, no, this guy needs to be fixed, but this guy was on a normal platform earlier. You can see Travis put it on the trailer over here. We just bring them to work and get rid of them. But this is what these props were looking like if you haven't seen these in the past. We make them mobile. We make these like 4x8 pieces of, I guess, platform. And all the electronics and pneumatics and everything else would be into this semi-overly sized little box.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Moving forward, everything's going on a flatter, more simple version of it. So these are what we're making, and this is kind of what a finished one will look like. So here's this box that we got inside of this piece here. One electrical, one airline, feeds this entire prop. All the control units and solenoids are back inside this little box here. And we'll put a little latch on that so it doesn't open up when transporting. Here's another example. See, much smaller than those other ones. Here's an old one again here, so you can again see how much extra room. I mean, this one's not too bad. We have audio in here too, but this one's not terribly oversized, but we're gonna get much smaller than that. Something similar to this. Now check this out. We're getting good. Look at this little microphone stand that Pa made. Holds all the goodies. This ends up getting plugged into here, which we made makeshift this little stand here. So this speaker, which is what gives audio for this guy, is right here. But here's how this looks. A lot of wire. We could probably shorten some of that up. It's kind of a rat's nest, but it's all semi-organized. Same thing. One power, one airline that feeds this entire platform. So even though we have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things hooked up, we have just one AC unit or AC power line, and just one of these takes air, and that's this big guy. But everything else is right. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 8 things. Got 2 of these lights, and that one's done. Again, I'm gonna dress this up. I'll probably put some moss or some grass or something between here, between his toes, dress up all the center area, and then we'll get to these other platforms. Bless you. These guys would be kind of cool. These little vultures. I don't know if they hang out on top of here. No, this guy hangs out on top of that. Not really sure what that belongs to. We'll find out. It's gonna be fun. Concerning the ladies, I was on about a surprisingly long 2-year wait list for a BMW M4. I ordered that, I put my name in on that, but at the same time I put my name in on this i4. That is finally being built in July this month. Should be done September-ish time frame. Having gotten rid of the Aston, down 1 car payment. I don't know if I want to add another car payment. That's really not a whole lot cheaper, so I might end up trading the i4 in. I don't know, I really like it. The range isn't that great, but I've only ever driven it in the wintertime, so I'll drive it I'll probably take it from here and see what the range does. I think it should be around like 230-ish at like 80%, something like that. I charged to 80%, same thing on this. This gets like 260, 270 at 80%. But I love this car a lot.
I just am not wild about this navy interior. If that was black, this would be one of my favorite cars in the stable. But it's not. Wintertime, it's a lot better here in Minnesota to drive an SUV than it is a little four-wheel drive sedan. But I mean, this car is not by any means bad. It's not bad at all, actually. I owe about how much it's worth. So if I pre-traded it, pre-trade it, it'd be worth about, well, what I owe on it, but I would be saving a lot of money on taxes. Got 1,700 miles on here. Drove it all last year for the most part. And, or I should say all last year, all last winter, because I was driving the Taycan a lot. This is a really nice car. I like that this is plastic, so if your heels end up hitting it, you're not going to end up scratching it like this. Carbon fiber, you're going to scratch the hell out of that. That's PPF, but you know what I'm saying. So I don't know if I'm going to trade this in or not. I'll drive it for a little bit, see if I get the itch or whatever. So yeah, so M4 will be here September-ish. One of the Challengers, I think I said in the previous video, I got an allocation and they messed up. They built two. There was some delay, something to do with the stripes being put on or not being put on. So I got two builds. They're identical, except one has stripes, one does not. The one that doesn't have stripes, Pa actually might get. He's a big Mopar guy, and he's losing a lot of weight, so it's a lot easier for him to get in and out of cars now than it was before. Not that the Challenger was ever hard. It's not easier than like the R8 or the 01 or the Ferrari they just got rid of. But it might be a nice little just cruiser for him. And I would then take the one with the stripes. ZL1, haven't got an update on that. I take that back. I did get an update. It got pushed to 2024 model year, which tells me it's just going to be probably late this year before that guy gets started. It's 10 minutes to 2. We're going to start cleaning up here. Wanted to kind of give you guys a quick update on the Halloween props. There's still a lot more coming. But you can see we're taking apart the old. We got a whole bunch of new stuff. I'm excited to see how these guys are going to turn out. Look at the quality on these things. I mean, they're really cool. I don't know if his mouth is supposed to be that closed or what, but I think they talk, I want to say. We're not crazy about this guy's hair. I don't know, it looks kind of like an Doyle Rule type of thing, but I think it'd be better if you either dyed it or made it dirty looking. Not so orange and not so like Carrot Top looking. He'll be pretty funny. This guy's nice and detailed. I like all the different textures. You got leaves, you got this fabric, you got this fabric. Isn't there a third fabric? Oh yeah, the black fabric. There's lots of different dimensions in this guy. That's cool. That's cool. Woo! Pumpkin guys, this one's a wrap. Again, just need to dress it up a little bit. And this guy's gonna be a pain in the ass. And then the torture guys, and then the mutant guy. And this is the guy that comes on to the boom. I think I already showed you guys all this. More pumpkin guys. This guy looks pretty brutal. In the mini box, show you that real quick. I'm not sure if we got anything new in here. I don't remember. But here you can kind of see this is one of those, what is it, 6x10 platforms that we did last year. And we just dressed it up with, with foam and moss and stuff. Looks pretty cool. But again, a small little control panel box. Got manifolds and everything comes down into one electrical and one air line. But that's the idea. Oh, I forgot about this guy on this platform. I thought he would look good with the big rage guy, but we're obviously not going to redo that. For new stuff in here, I don't know if there's a whole lot. We might break down this guy only because it's freaking massive. But I don't know, it's a lot of work. Might break down the outhouse one, maybe not, we'll see. The witch, I like to keep her as a standalone. I don't know, Pa keeps talking about going shorter on her, but that'll kind of take away the wow factor. I think that's about it that we can break down in here. Oh, we can break down this guy. He needs to get has some work done to him anyway, so he might go on to another platform, like a 6x10 similar to this. All right, I'm gonna end this video here. Hope you guys liked what you saw. It's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it at the end. I'm excited to see how some of this stuff works, because a lot of that stuff is brand new. Maybe even turn it on. More car videos coming as soon as we get some more room in there, which we're making some room. I'll start detailing again, but as always, I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.